What's going on out of the park, baseball fans? How is everybody tonight? I am so happy to be here, and I'm happy to be here with my good friend and the man behind the Big Rich Machine, Mr. Alex Murray. Alex, how are you, sir?
I'm doing good, Rich. It's been a good week so far. Today is where I get to live up to my expectations as being the person driving the bus. So we'll see how this goes.
It's good to talk to you. Again, these are only a week apart, Alex, but it feels because of the volume of activity going on in the out of the park baseball offices these days. It feels like a month between episodes of the Big Rich Machine. So.
It kind of does, yeah.
It really does. It really does. It's good to have everybody here tonight. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Big day around the out of the park baseball community. I don't know if you saw it earlier. The finals of the MLB Dream Bracket happened today. Part 2 of a 2-day event. With the Yankees outlasting the Reds in 7 games. Alex, did you get a chance to watch the Dream Bracket? That was pretty wild stuff.
Yeah, that was actually really good. Sad that the Reds weren't able to pull through on that. I was really hoping that we could. I mean, I don't know. There's a part of me that really wants to see a lot of Yankees fans get completely just destroyed in a legit simulation, and then half of me was like, no, we would probably get bombarded with a bunch of Yankees fans just flat out loud saying that we're wrong for like the next couple of years. And is that worth it? I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you this. One of the things that we were chatting about, give you a little sneak preview to folks. One of the things that we're going to be doing and having a little fun with is taking some other looks at the Dream Bracket, including running some more scientific approaches at it in a little while, which is going to be a lot of fun as well. As Magus clearly states, right? Everybody knows the real winner should have been the New York Mets. Obviously, I don't know how it happened that wasn't the case, but we have other things that we have to do. And by the way, right, what we're going to do tonight, this is a big night in Big Rich Machine history, Alex. This is a big night. It's the draft.
Yes, this is going to be the 2020 first-year player draft. We have a lot of high expectations. We have we've got about a third of the way through the draft selection. So I think we're number 12 or 13, I think. We're 12. Yeah, we're 12th in the draft this year, which is decent. That's actually really good. And there's a good selection of kids this year, so I'm very curious to see what we end up having to get.
So, straight up, full transparency, this will be my first time doing this draft in Out of the Park Baseball 21.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, where do we begin then? We're going to fail, Rich. We're going to fail a lot with these kids. That's okay. All we really need is 1 or 2 of them to succeed, and we're good.
Nice. Nice.
So, there's going to be there's like 1,300 kids available, 1,400, and it's 4 people off from 1,500 kids available in the draft this year.
Right.
The unanimous decision by almost every single organization out there is that the best player in the draft, if I can get to his name again. Yeah, Pat Jeski. He's half American, half Panamanian.
Okay.
He comes from Panama. I think he comes from actual Florida, but he has descendants from Panama. So he is going to be considered the best prospect on this draft. But there are a lot of good pitching prospects. So we're probably going to be trying to get at least 3 or 4 good starting pitchers out of this draft, since we've pretty much gotten most of our development for the position players are all set. Catcher, you've got Robert Stevenson. First base, we've got a couple people involved there. We're trying to train Jonathan India how to play first. We've got we got Rooker at first base as well. Second base has got, we've got a couple different people there, including Nick Madrigal. Shortstop, we have, I think, 2 people that I'm interested in seeing if we can develop them into full-time shortstop positional players. That might be the one position that we could look at getting somebody, but I don't feel like this draft has anybody that good. Third base, of course, we have Yoshi there right now. Senzel can play third. And we even have prospects for third base, too. I can't remember them off the top of my head right now, but I know we have at least one. And then, of course, we've got the outfields covered. Like, we have every single outfield position covered at least 3 or 4 times. So we don't really need any hitters. We're looking for pitchers this draft.
So do we jump right into it, or where do we go first?
Let's first review our short list, because I have been working on our draft short list for about, a couple of months now. Wow, that seems really weird to say that. But yes, it's been a couple of months that we've been working on this draft short list. So if you go to your manager name and then go to player search and short list, we're going to take a look at our short list so you guys can see in the chat who we're interested, or at least who I'm interested in. So if you select the short list and select our, it'll be our draft wish list.
All right.
Yeah. So there should be, I think it's either somewhere upwards of around 150 kids on this list for you.
Okay.
100 and I can't read that, unfortunately. Oh, it's 106.
106.
Oh, you have you've got a filter turned on. Go ahead and clear your custom filter really fast. I bet you that's probably clearing up a couple people.
161.
161. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we have 161 players that we are actively interested in. Now, there are some people on this list that we have absolutely no chance of getting, like Moise Leclerc and Jeremy Leibold, who are right in the middle of that list. Both are excellent starting pitching prospects, but they're going like number 3 and number 7 overall. We're not even going to get a chance to even look at them. Mm-hmm. But there are some people that I've written down that I think are very, very interesting for us.
Okay.
And they are on this list. So we can find them really fast, and if they're not, we'll add them. One of them is going to be Mason Wynn. That's Winn for the last name. He should be probably at the bottom of that list. I think it's sorted alphabetically.
Yep.
And this guy is interesting because I don't know if you would grab him to be a starting pitcher or to be a hitter. He's got good stuff. He's got really good stuff. And to be honest, he hits almost as well as he pitches. So if you go to his ratings tab, you can actually see that he's got really good hitting ability to go along with his pitching ability. And if you go to the OSA ratings, you can even see that his pitching goes up. We have a harder time getting a better read on pitchers. I don't think our scouts is good on that, but his pitching is amazing, and his hitting is quite good. Now, we already technically have 2 players that are two-way players on our team. We have, of course, Hunter Green, who is basically this already. Mm-hmm. So to an extent, we really don't need another two-way player. That's not why we would get him. Would be for the the fandom of having a Shohei Ohtani kind of player. Mm-hmm. We would probably get Wynn, and then we would have him of those 2 different positions, whether that be an infield position or an outfield position, mm-hmm. to be able to play.
Okay. I love the sound of that.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great option. I think he's projected to go second round, so we have a chance to pick him up second round and get away with a good steal there. The other person that I'm most interested in is Phil Weinkoff. He would probably be also on that list near the bottom. He might not be on that list, but would need to check.
All right. How do you spell his last name?
Weink.
Phil Weinkoff.
I don't know.
Got him.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's
that's
on our
him.
list.
Oh, if he's not on our list, then we can go ahead and add him. This is Phil. He was born in Troy, Michigan. He's a left-handed pitcher who throws 91 to 93, extreme ground ball, high work ethic, and high loyalty. this is the kind of stuff that I want to see out of a pitcher. So you can put him on the
he already
on the draft
is.
wish list already.
I just missed him, so
we just missed him.
Yep.
Typical us. We just miss people right in front of our faces.
Them. Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. Now, the issue is that we haven't seen the corrected, updated demands. So that $470,000 draft demand is not correct.
Okay.
Phil's probably going to want about $6 million. So, yeah. Well, he's an extreme ground ball pitcher, so he doesn't need a fastball. He has the sinker, which is basically his fastball, a slider, which is technically a secondary fastball, and then a changeup curveball to boot. So, good option right here. I love the stamina. I kind of wish the curveball was better, but we'll see what happens with that. So, we'll see what happens with Phil. He may go before we have a chance to be able to sign him. I think on the mock draft, he's expected to go 2 places before us.
All right.
So we'll see what happens. In fact, let's go ahead and check that out really fast, Rich. If you go to the draft, what is that, the rookie draft page, and head over to the OSA mock draft.
Where is the rookie draft page? Is it MLB? Oh, there it is. Got it. I knew it. Okay. And go to the mock draft, you said?
Yes, we'll go to the mock draft tab.
Okay.
So, of course, Pat goes first. He is literally the best person on this draft. There is no way we're getting Pat Jeske. That's just not happening. But there are some other people on this list that I'm very interested in. You can see Phil is projected to go 9th to the Rockies. We're hoping and praying he goes 12th to us, because right now we are projected to go with Mike James, who is a shortstop prospect who I'm not really that high on. I'm not.
Well,
I'm not that
we
big
don't
on
have
Mike
to take
James.
him.
And I don't think we're going to take him, because I think that would be a waste of a 12th overall pick.
There you go.
I mean, the fact alone that Nick Storrs is right below that, Nick Storrs is a great starting pitcher. If you want to click on him, we can go to his page real fast just to show off how good Nick Storrs is. Now, there's one issue with Nick Storrs. That control is really, really bad. Like, devastatingly bad. And he has low adaptability, so I don't know how he will develop. Yeah, that control is a big wild card. Otherwise he's perfect. So Storrs is an option. He had great competition level in his junior college season with LSU. So he's had good competition. He had good results. He's perfect for us if we wanted a starter who's got more of a reliable more of a reliable projected potential.
Right.
He's pretty good. If we go back to that mock draft page, which I think we'll just be able to go back to that.
Some folks are finding out that the mock draft was added recently, evidently.
Yes.
So,
this is a new addition to OOTP 21.
Good to see everybody here tonight, by the way, if I did not say hello yet. Good to see everybody out here. I thought somebody said they had watched every episode and this was their first one live. Welcome.
Oh,
That's
nice.
awesome that is the case. Thank you for doing that. And thank you for being here. That's awesome.
You guys get to see all the magic happen live and all the editing we have to do after. No, I'm just kidding. We do it all live. It's all
Ron,
I
believe
scratch.
is who that is. Thank you, Odie. All right. Very good.
So, I mean, there's a few other people that are on this list. Ben Brooks, he's projected to go number 17th overall to the Boston Red Sox. He's also very good. He's on my list to potentially grab ahead of where he's projected to go. He's a very good all-around pitcher. He wouldn't be a flashy sign for us, but he would be a reliable pickup.
Okay.
If we wanted somebody that didn't really have any blatant weaknesses, that would be the person we'd want to go with right there.
All right.
So I think we're good to go at least up to the first-year player draft, Rich.
Right.
You should be able to advance a day because we do have to get up to the draft.
Right. It's draft day now, right?
Yep, we can end the day now. you might get an email.
Yep.
No, you didn't. Awesome. So we can go ahead and go. Well, actually, no, you did. Hold on. No, that's just the alert that it's the first-year player draft. So, yeah, there's the top 10 people that are on the draft. They think, of course, Jessica's going to go first. I'm assuming Jess goes first. There's no way that he doesn't.
Got it. All right, so are we ready to go? We're ready to go?
I think we're ready to go.
Let's take a quick
Let's go ahead and
look,
at least...
a quick look at where we are in the standings right now.
Oh, yes. Go ahead and review that real fast.
We've fallen back a little bit, but we're 5 games over 500, which is good. 31 and 26. 6.5 back. We are in playoff position. So that's a good thing. We have our destiny in our own hands on June 4th, 2020. All right. Very good. So that's the situation, and now it's time for the draft. This is what Alex is all about. Am I right, my friend?
Yeah, this is kind of where I will spend a lot of my time when I do any kind of a game. I mean, I've gone so far as to literally print out the entire draft page and then put it on paper and start to circle stuff I like and then X out stuff I don't like, and I would cross players off. I spend hours.
So this is fantastic.
This is going to be a much more condensed version of a week with Alex drafting, because that's about how long it takes for me to do first-year drafts.
Okay.
Oh, gosh. But, I mean, it's really important that you get the best people available. You don't want to rush this. You really don't want to rush this.
Understood.
Yeah. So I expect us to go ahead and actually go pick by pick through this entire draft.
Okay.
Because I'm always excited to see who gets picked where and who gets picked when, because that's always kind of the big part where you can go through and start to laugh at teams for picking a bad pick.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's great whenever whenever a top tier team picks up someone that you're like, oh, our scout has high accuracy on this guy and he's not so good.
Right.
They did a bad pickup here. So we can go ahead and auto draft for Detroit, which is the middle gray button. And of course, they're probably going to pick up. They're going to pick up.
Yep, they did.
And that's to be expected. He is by far just one of the best draft people on this list. I would say go to his profile page, but I would start crying if I went to his profile page and saw what they got. So we aren't even going to look at it.
We don't want you to get upset. There's no need to get upset. We can do it.
Let's not do that. Guys, just believe me. Blues everywhere. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and auto draft for Baltimore. I'm curious to see what they pick up.
Boom, boom.
They went with who now?
Boom, boom. Ed Boom Boom D'Elia.
Oh, I was hoping that Ed would be able to maybe drop down a few places. Ed is another top tier person. He's got very good hitting ability. He was projected to go 4th, so he's moved up 2 different locations to be able to do that. Okay. So, yeah, and the name is an 80 grade. So, props to Boom Boom. Good job. That's a great pickup for Baltimore. All right, let's go ahead and do the auto draft for Miami.
Ben Madura.
They went with Madura. Okay, so Ben Madura was the number 1 overall pitching prospect by most people's expectations. He's okay in my opinion. He has some control issues, so I don't know why he was considered the number 1 pick when he's only given 4 stars potential. Iffy on that one, but it is the Marlins, so hey, what are we expecting anyways? All right, let's go ahead and do the Royals pick really fast.
The Royals are up now. My bad. You're right. Yep.
Yeah. So the Royals are next. They should probably pick Jeremy Leibold.
They pick Jeff Uncle Short.
They went with Jeff Short?
They did.
Oh. Okay. Jeff Short was considered the 8th overall pick by most people's OSA projections, so the outfielders are flying off the charts for this draft. Okay. I'm getting a little concerned about Chris Ford then, because Chris Ford is considered a pretty top-tier outfielder, but he was supposed to go 18th. So if the teams are all taking outfielders, this could be interesting. We might get left with a very, very, very good starting pitching prospect here, Rich. I'm actually really happy about this. Jeff Short is a right field prospect, was supposed to go to the Padres, Played college ball for LSU. He's pretty good, doesn't have very good eye discipline, and he's not exactly the best outfielder for defense, so he wasn't on my list to pick up per se, but he is left-handed hitting, left-handed throwing prospect, so interesting. All right, let's go with Toronto. What does Toronto pick up?
There's Leibold.
There's Leibold. All right, so Leibold is... Yeah, he was considered the second best overall pitching prospect. Again, another pitcher with some weak control, though. But his stuff is just magnificent. One of the best changeups I've ever seen. Great curveball, really top-tier fastball, top-tier circle change to go along with that changeup. He has some amazing off-speed stuff, and he's a ground ball pitcher. So that's a little sad to see him go, but I'm surprised he actually went, what is this, 5th to Toronto and not 3rd to Miami. So, wow. Okay. I think we're good to go ahead and do Seattle. I'm expecting them to pick up Louise Farley, starting pitching prospect.
All right. Jake Veltri. Is that right?
Oh, they picked Jake instead. Oh my gosh, all of the outfielders.
You're dumbfounded, Alex. You're dumbfounded.
I was not expecting to see so many outfielders going this early in the draft. That's unusual. Jake's a good outfielder. I would definitely say that's a good pickup for them. He's a great right fielder. He would be an excellent right fielder for most teams. Has a pretty above average bat in most areas. Amazing avoid Ks. But the Mariners already have a couple of good picks for outfield, so I'm not sure why they would pick up Jake if they've already got, Rodriguez and Kelenic and a couple other people. So interesting. All right, we should go ahead and do Pittsburgh. Let's see what Pittsburgh grabs.
All right. Josh Joker King.
They got Joker King. Okay. So they picked up a catcher really early. Josh King was expected to go 10th overall by the OSA projections. So that's interesting. People are picking people all out of order. Josh King has no arm is the problem. We don't think he has arm. He's got low leadership, low loyalty, and low work ethic. So he's not someone we were even thinking about picking up. So
ouch.
We don't care about that. The Pirates can pick whoever they want. So wow. That's great. That's one less person we were worried about.
Brutal.
All right. Let's do San Diego.
Catcher Robbie Chandler.
Robbie Chandler. Okay. Let me double check what Robbie was projected to go for. Another catcher? What is this? Catcher. This draft is full of good pitchers, and everybody is picking outfielders and catchers. What is this? Okay, well, we have 3 picks until ours, and there is still Louise Farley, Billy Reynolds, Ben Brooks, and of course you've got Moise Leclerc, who's still on the list as well.
So then you're going to get
really
somebody
surprised.
We're
going to get one of our people. It might be Phil. We might actually get Phil Weinkoff. So that would be very good for us.
I like it. Shall we go forward?
Yes, let's move forward with Colorado. Let's see who the Rockies pick.
Joe Kellogg. That's none of the people you just said.
Wait. They picked Oh my gosh, another freaking outfielder.
Yes,
oh my gosh. The outfielders are flying off of this draft.
Hey, by the way,
wow.
As the outfielders fly off of the draft board, what do you say we do a giveaway? Who wants to win some perfect points? Who wants to win some perfect points? I think you guys do. So let's do 3 prizes of 10,000 perfect points, Alex. Let's
Sounds
do it.
great to me.
Start it right now.
Yeah.
And we'll let that run for a little while. Just smash the exclamation point ticket. All right, Alex, let's keep on rolling.
Let's do it.
All right, it's Los Angeles.
I was say it's going to be the Angels.
They take Chris Ford.
They took Chris Ford. Wow. Chris Ford was expected to be the number 18 overall pick.
But
he's only a 3.5-star outfielder. But to have him go 10th overall is that's a little ridiculous.
All right. Shall we go forward to Chicago?
Yeah, at this point, we're going to have tons of options for pitchers.
They take Dave Carroll, shortstop. So, we're golden.
They picked up... Oh, my good grief. That's a number 19 overall person.
All right, so we got our pick.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay, hold on. I gotta think about this now. This is gonna be interesting. We're gonna have a lot of options.
You sound delighted, and that makes me so happy.
I am very delighted about this.
That makes me very happy.
Let me think. Man, there's gonna be a lot of people we can pick. So, I mean, I didn't expect to have Louise Farley or Billy Reynolds or even technically Ben Brooks available at this point.
Right.
Oh gosh, we need to. Okay, so we need to look at Louise Farley first, then, because I didn't expect that the knuckle curveballer would be available this late. Yeah, Louise Farley's got a knuckle curve, guys. Like this guy's a interesting little prospect for us.
22 years old as well.
He is 22 years of age. He's from college. So he's more developed than some of the rookies that we could get from high school. Okay, let's put this in the back of our mind that Louise Farley is an option. Because I wasn't expecting him to be an option at this point, and that's throwing a wrench in all of my plans. What? I mean, I'm not even concerned about the lousy changeup because the cutter, slider, and knuckle curve would be just fine. All you need is 3 pitches. So let's go take a look at. I mean, I wouldn't even look at. I don't think I had Billy Reynolds on the short list. I don't think I did. And I know a lot of people are suckers for knuckle curvers and knuckleball pitchers.
There's Billy Reynolds. Biscuit.
I mean, yeah, Billy Reynolds is the other person that's an option. He's a little bit more fluctuating on some of his ratings. He's got some issues with control. If you look at our head scouts' opinion of him, OSA's opinion of him is much, much better. But he does have low leadership, loyalty, work ethic, and high greed. And he wants $9 million. So I don't think Billy Reynolds is going to be an option for us.
All right. Well, then get out of here, Billy Reynolds. Where are we going?
But I just want to show them off. We have to show them off because these are people that I thought would be long gone by this point. Gotcha. So let's take a look at Ben Brooks. He's the number 2 person on that list right now.
Yep. Ooh, that looks pretty good there.
Ben Brooks is a very reliable prospect for us. Even our scout thinks he's fairly reliable. I don't like the low stamina, but I do love the high adaptability and high intelligence. That's good. That's a plus. The 4 pitches that are all very nice is a good bonus. He's a ground ball pitcher, which is good. He doesn't exactly hold runners very well, but that control and movement is, if you go to his OSA ratings, actually, he's actually probably a better version of him than the head scouts version.
Oh, yeah.
But he just kind of upgrades a little bit, basically, in all regards, if you go to OSA. So that would actually be quite nice. He's a good prospect. He would probably be top 3 for my list. He will not be available in the second round, which is interesting that we're actually even able to think about picking him up now. He was projected to go 2 spots before us, so that's good. That's a good potential right there. Let's go look at 2 other people. There are 2 other people that I think would be interesting for us to look at and think about. One of them is going to be Kevon Sales. Kevon Sales, I believe I saw him on your list. Yeah, right in the middle.
Oh, he is?
Right below Louise Farley. Yeah. So he's interesting. He has some control issues, unfortunately.
Okay.
But he's not a bad starting pitcher. He's got some really good stuff. I'm not. He's out of high school is the problem. He's out of high school. So there's a higher chance that he fails than a college person will do for us. But at the same time, there's a higher chance that control could get increased because he's a high school player versus a college player. However, he is a little bit expensive as well at $6.5 million. So I think we'll pass on Sales, but I just want to have everyone take a look at him so they know what we're looking at. Let's try one more person. We need to take a look again at Phil. We need to take another look at Weinkoff. So this is the person that I think is going to be... It's either Phil Weinkoff or it's going to be Ben Brooks. I think those are the two people that we actually are going to be heavily debating about. And it's just going to come down to, can he get the control that he's expected to get? Is that is that curveball going to be a problem for him down the road? I don't know. And then, what do we feel about $7.5 million for Phil? Because that's what he wants, is $7.5 million for his ability to play. And he's another high school student. So what you can actually do, Rich, is we can compare them really fast.
Yeah.
And we can compare Ben Brooks to Phil Weinkoff. And we can kind of get an idea of what we're looking at this point. Because pretty sure that's going to be I think that's going to be the two people that we're going to come down to. You're going to need to find... You're going to need to change one of the Weinkoffs to Ben Brooks. If you can find Ben Brooks on the...
I thought that was Ben Brooks.
No, we're comparing Phil and Phil. Phil versus himself.
Right.
Let's see. Is Ben Brooks on that list? Yeah,
I got him.
There.
Yeah, I got him.
Okay. So there's a couple different things that we're going to be looking into. So one is the ground ball, fly ball tendency and the velocity. So Ben already has the velocity you need to be a full starting pitcher at this point, 95, 97. But Phil has the extreme ground ball ability, which is so good for a starting pitcher. And when you have that kind of a ground ball ability with the high movement and the high control, that means you're going to get a lot of double plays. And even if you put people on base because your stuff isn't as good, you're going to get out of, trouble spots and you're going to be just fine. It's just that the money is so hard to get over for $7.5 million that Phil wants. And Weinkoff is a left-handed thrower, by the way. That's a lefty. So that's interesting. I forgot about that. A noob question. Fire away. We'll answer noob questions. Let me think. So, I mean, I feel like Weinkoff is the answer here. I really feel like Weinkoff is the person to grab.
Okay. I mean,
but I like how reliable Ben is.
To me, it's Brooks easily. I'm surprised you lean so heavily towards Weinkoff. Obviously, the left-handed thing is huge, no doubt.
That is a bonus.
But look how much better it would appear that Brooks is going to be at a more granular level. But
yeah,
I don't know. See, you know how to evaluate this better than I do. That's why I posed that, right? Like it would appear to me just by looking at this screen that Brooks would be the way to go. Money aside. And is Brooks, who's looking for more money and who's looking for less?
Brooks wants, how much does Brooks want again? He wants the slot bonus, which means he wants like $3 million.
Okay.
So he's definitely the better option if you're trying to go for a more less risky, much more reliable pick.
Got it. Okay.
So I'm
Look.
I think you're right. I think Brooks is going to be the way to go, even though I'd love to take a wild chance on a lefty like Weinkoff. He is too expensive. He has one issue, and that's that one pitch. That's really his only issue, is that Weinkoff has one pitch that's a little bit low, and he's a very young 18-year-old out of high school. And there's just a chance that, we're not reading him correctly. Actually, our head scouts actually scouted him very high accurately. So there might be a reason that people are avoiding him to this point. Yeah, I think Ben Brooks is going to be our pick then.
Don't let me talk you out of making the dream pick.
Rich, both of these kids, I didn't expect to even have the option to be talking about. I mean, I was expecting Ben Brooks to go like 9th overall, and I was expecting Phil Weinkoff to go like 11th. So the fact that we even have these guys available.
If Ben Brooks wasn't available and Weinkoff was, you would take Weinkoff without thinking about it?
I would take Weinkoff in a heartbeat.
And vice versa.
If it was vice versa, yes, I would have taken Ben Brooks in a heartbeat. These are my top 2 picks.
Okay.
I have them circled and highlighted on my page now.
Who do you have circled and highlighted higher? Be honest.
Actually, nobody. I've got people set up for the next round, which would be Wynn and Alfredo Cancel. And then I technically have Brad Bramer, but he's below all of that, and he's going to get drafted like next because he's also a first-round pick person. If both of these guys were gone, I was actually going to recommend us go with Nick Stortz.
Well, no. My point is, who did you have circled higher, Weinkoff or Brooks?
Oh, between the two?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be honest. I had Weinkoff.
So let's go with Weinkoff.
Circled higher.
Let's go for it. He has a chance to be a superstar.
We are going to have to pay him, though, Rich. We do have to pay him every single amount of money he wants, and I don't know if our GM will actually let us do that.
Aha.
And that's what I'm concerned about, is that we may have to convince our owner that this kid is worth it. Although, to be honest, if he doesn't sign and we can't sign him, we would get a replacement compensation first-round draft pick, and we wouldn't spend the money, so we would retain more money, and we'd still get something for next year, which would be good enough if we had an issue.
Question in the chat, how much is the draft budget?
Our draft budget, unfortunately, we based it off of what the average first-round pick was going to be for us, which was about $3.5 million. That was what we had been projected would be our draft budget for the year. That was before we
out of the water.
Yeah, well, we didn't expect to get Weinkoff as an option. I mean, most of the people that are going for upwards of $4 million and above are pretty much like the top 5 or 6 picks. Mm-hmm. So the fact that Weinkoff got this low in the draft is a really good sign. However, that could just be that he is holding out for a really big paycheck since he's a high schooler. So there's also that as an option. There is a chance that he's not as good, and just because he's a high schooler, he wants to go to college, so he wants a big signing bonus to convince him to go with us.
Okay. Look,
I think Brooks is our best option, Rich. Okay. I think Brooks is actually our best option.
All right. So that's what we're going to do.
We're going to draft Brooks. Yeah. Ben Brooks was expected to be the number 9 overall pick. We will take him at number 12, which is a steal, regardless of whether or not we take Weinkoff.
Ben Brooks is the pick, right?
Ben Brooks, I mean, you could ask the scouting director what he recommends, but he's probably going to recommend the shortstop Mike James. So, I think Ben Brooks is going to be our selection for the first round here.
6'2", 205 pounds, starting pitcher out of New Orleans.
Wow, he's already put on weight too.
$4.12 million. Very easy to sign for that low sum of more than our budget already.
Can we go ahead and just not even offer him a slot or meet demand. Let's just draft him and see what we can do about the offer afterwards.
There it is. Our first pick together. Alex, I'm touched.
Nice.
Well done, sir.
And the worst that can happen with that pick is he becomes a 3-star starting pitcher, and he's a middle of the rotation person, and that would still be good for us right now.
All right, there we go.
All right, let's see who the Giants pick up.
Farley.
I'm sorry?
Louise Farley.
Farley. Okay, so they picked up Farley. All right. So that was the knuckle curve guy.
Right.
Who should have gone number 5 overall.
Okay. Then
and Texas?
Schultes.
They picked
Schultes.
up who now?
Center fielder Jim Schultes.
Oh, Schultes. He was supposed to go 20th overall, so they're still picking the outfielders and hitters way too early.
All right.
Okay, continue.
The Phillies took third baseman Drew Mendoza.
They picked up Mendoza? He was supposed to go 28th overall to the Yankees, so that's good.
The Cubs go with Danny Buzz Miller.
They picked up Danny Miller. Danny Miller is one of the most developed prospects in the draft right now. He's almost ready for the big leagues right now. So I was kind of hoping we could sneak him by in the second round, but that's okay. All right, Boston.
Billy Biscuit Reynolds. There he goes.
They picked up Billy Reynolds. Okay. Yeah. All right. I mean, that's amazing that really Reynolds went pretty much. Wow, that's 10 spots lower than he was expected to go. All right, D-backs, what are they going to pick up?
They go with Joe Zula.
With who?
Third baseman Joe Zula.
He's not even in the first round. That is the beginning of the second round, players. Okay, this should be interesting. We may get a very good second round pick, too. All right, the Mets. Let's see if they actually outsmart everybody.
Center fielder John Menser.
That's a big flat nope. John Menser is the 4th pick in the second round, supposedly. So that's also another hitter. All right, Milwaukee.
Center fielder Zach Capila.
Another person that we don't have listed. Anyone that is boldened, when their name is boldened, that's our shortlisted player. So all these people who are just regular text, we don't even have them on our short list. So we're winning, Rich. We're really winning.
Well, here's Moise Leclerc, who goes to the Cardinals.
They got Leclerc. Oh, I was actually hoping that maybe we could steal him in the second round. Okay, anywho, keep going.
The Nationals take a Johnny Russaw. Not on our list.
I don't even know who that is.
He's a catcher.
The catchers. All the catchers in this draft were really poor defenders, so none of them were good ones. All right, keep going.
Left fielder Doug Graham.
They picked up. Ooh. Oh gosh, I don't know if it's bad that I don't know these names, or if it's really good that I don't know these names.
I'm not worried about it. I'm assuming it's good.
It's a good thing. It's a really good thing. We have lots of pitching prospects left. All right, keep going.
Tampa takes third baseman Alex Brewer. He's on our list.
He was on our list. He was pretty decent, but he's also not somebody that I'm going to lose sleep on at this point. So keep going.
Here's Atlanta. They take Sebastian Murillo.
They took Sebastian Murillo.
He's on our
shortstop. Another person on our list. Okay, he was pretty good, but he was expected to go second round, but he was probably one of the best defending shortstoppers who had some decent hitting ability. All right, Oakland.
Oakland takes Phil Weinkoff.
No! Oakland, why?
Could have had you, especially for that kind of money. You would think Oakland would never be that kind of a team.
I don't know. Oakland seems like the team that would actually take a big risk on somebody that no one else is going to take a risk on, because they know they can develop them. So I actually could see that being the case. But yeah, we'll have to trade for Weinkoff down the road. I'm just kidding. We're not going to trade for Weinkoff.
You're not kidding. We are going to trade for Weinkoff. All right, here comes Minnesota.
All right, Twins. What are you going to pick up?
Zach Ogre Collins.
Oh, they picked up Zach Collins. Okay. Zach Collins was pretty decent. He was supposed to go in the middle of the first round. We have a very high scouting accuracy on him, but he has some control and movement issues, so I don't feel too bad about that. All right. Yankees. Who are they going to pick up?
Ben Stilts Bop.
Ben
That
Stills?
is a Ramones song. The Ben Stills Bop. Come on.
Ben?
Everybody knows that
Hold on.
one. Ben
That's
Stills
got to be
Bop.
a second round person. Yeah, that's a second round person as well. Okay. We weren't interested in picking him up unless that was like a steal in the third round, so that's just fine. All right, who are the Dodgers gonna pick up?
Not many Ramones fans in the audience. Not many. All right.
You had one.
It's
you had
the
one,
Dodgers.
Rich.
It's the Dodgers. They get Sales.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's fine. Kevon Sales going from 13th overall to 29th is a huge loss.
Yeah.
But a good pickup for the Dodgers. So that'll be interesting to see what they do with Sales.
Thank you.
All right. And then the last pick for the first round, the Twins get this because they lost a couple
Nick
people to compensation.
Stores. Nick Stores.
And they will pick up. They pick up who now?
Nick Stores.
Oh, they picked up Nick Stores. Okay. All right. So that was the first round, ladies and gentlemen, of the draft for 2020. There are still a lot of people on this list that I am very happy are passing down to us.
So now can we sort of can we chug through this a little bit? I mean, how many rounds are we going to do, by the way?
We're probably going to do about 8 rounds and then see if there's anybody left on our list that we actually have shortlisted at this point. So we can go ahead and auto pick until the next pick by Cincinnati.
Are you ready for that? Okay, here we go.
Yeah. At this point, most of the big names are off. It's just going to be which people can we get away with picking out.
Okay. So here we go. It's our pick.
So I saw a couple people who got picked that we were interested in, but I do still see Alfredo Cancel and Slade Sassoni is on the list. I'm interested to know if Mason Wynn is still on the list as well. I don't see him, but Sassoni and Cancel are both very good prospects for us to be looking into.
I don't think...
So that's a good sign. I'm sorry?
I don't think Wynn...
Did he
Oh, yeah, no,
he's
there.
He's still here? Okay. Wynn is expected... He's projected to go, what is it now? Third round, I believe? Beginning of the third round. Him and Sassoni are supposed to be back-to-back in the third round. Our second round pick was supposed to be Colton Panoranto, who's a third base prospect, but I didn't like him. His hitting ability is not quite good enough for me. So we're probably going to pick another pitcher, which I'm assuming is going to be Cancel. Cancel was supposed to go in the first round to the Dodgers at number 29 overall. So if he's still available, let's take a look at Cancel really fast.
All right.
So this is Alfredo Cancel. If you can go to his profile page really fast, we'll take a look at his abilities.
Yep.
He does have some control issues by our head scout's ability, but he throws 97 to 99. And he's got 4 at least average pitches, and some of them go up to very good pitches. He is a power pitcher. He's a neutral ground ball, fly ball tendency. He does have low intelligence, but he has high work ethic and adaptability, which I like. That's a good thing to have a combo of. The stamina is a little bit low, but of course, the biggest reason why I like Cancel, Rich, is because he went to U of A. So unfortunately, I am biased about Cancel a little bit. But I do believe he's actually probably one of the best pitchers left on this list at this point.
Great. Let's grab him.
So I think he's our grab, yeah.
Let's
and
do
he's
it.
only $1.5 million. His bonus demand, very easy to sign. Competition level is great.
Alfredo Cancel, draft
had
him or meet demand?
I think we're going to just draft him because we may be able to barter him down to a lower rate than. He even just wants 1.1 million. So, all right, so that's our second round pick right there. Awesome.
There we go. That makes you happy,
can
right?
go ahead-
Is that good? That's good, right? You should be happy
Yeah.
right now.
We've got 2 really good starting pitchers, both who were projected to go in the first round. So, yeah, we're winning.
Fabulous. All right, so here we go. We're going to auto draft until round 3.
I think we're actually skipping round 3 because we signed Moustakas. So we unfortunately lose our third round pick. A lot of people lost their third round picks.
It's the
So
fourth
it's up
round.
to the 4th round. Yeah. So now comes the question of who is left. So this is where it's going to get a little bit interesting. So I see Ballard is still there. I want to know if Wynn is still there, but I'm going to assume Mason Wynn has probably been drafted by now, unfortunately. This is where it's going to get really, really difficult. Yeah, well, Wynn has been picked already, unfortunately. That would have been Winn, I believe. So unfortunately, Wynn is gone. We did get Cancel, which is nice, and we got Ben Brooks, which is doubly nice.
Okay.
We're not going to get any of those guys. Ed's gone. Bubba Shimps is gone. They're gone. He's gone. He's gone. He's gone. Is Peter Halpin available by any chance? Halpin.
I don't know.
He would have been an outfield prospect. But I just want to know if he's still here. He's not. Okay. So that's also been taken off the list. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and utilize the scouting director really fast to see who he recommends for us first.
You just make sure about Halpin.
That would have been Halpin.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I
Yep.
see Hearts,
all right.
but I don't
Who was
see
I
a
looking
Halpin.
for?
I was gonna say we can go ahead and see what the scouting director would recommend for us. Sometimes they're actually pretty accurate. Sometimes they're way off. But if we go back to the continued draft, we can see where people went. Yeah, you can. Can we see where? Mason Wynn went second round. Okay, that's a good pick for him. Giants got a really good draft out of that. Yeah, that's a good pickup for the Giants.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll like that a lot. He's a good pickup. But that's higher than I was expecting him to go. So, yeah, that makes sense. Someone else had the same draft pick kind of idea that we had. So if you hit the scouting director recommendation in the upper right-hand corner, let's see what they recommend for us to draft.
Tony Harden.
Okay, he is actually one of the people we have shortlisted, actually. So that's interesting. What's his player profile look like again? Because Harden should have been a third-round pick. So if he's actually still available, he actually isn't that bad. He does have some really bad character, though.
Yikes.
You can.
He really does.
Yeah, wow. He's got some interesting character problems. Yeah, I don't think that I would want to put that on our squad.
I'm not loving that.
No, I don't think that's exactly something that we want to be drafting at this point.
No, thank you.
Who else would I be interested in at this point? So we can also use the actions to be able to change the position that we want the scout to be able to recommend for us. So this is just going to be some training for everybody else here in the chat. If you don't want to just have the scouting director recommend the top one, you can select any of these categories to be able to have the scouting director try to give you a more closer to a pinpoint recommendation depending upon the position that you're looking for. That's really good if you're needing like a catcher or a first baseman. We're really not looking for anything but starting pitchers right now. So Harden actually is probably one of the best people we could pick up right now. But I'm very curious to see if there's somebody better personality-wise, because his personality is absolutely garbage. So we're going to need to do something else, Rich. We're going to need to sort the list by potential.
All right.
And we're going to... Oh, Steven Schock is available. Okay, that's cool. Steven Schock is actually one of the relief pitching prospects that we were interested in. Yeah, let's take a look at him really fast, actually.
Okay.
If you can click on his profile page, let's take a look and see how good he was again. Yeah, he was a pretty decent submarine ground ball pitcher. That's right. Very easy to sign. He would want to take a slot position at this point, so he's not bad. And I don't remember if his personality is a problem maker or not. I don't think he is. I think he's actually pretty solid for us at this point.
He's all good.
Yeah, this is the problem about the draft is that there's just so many people. You just have to look at stuff. All right. So, yeah, he's not bad. He's considered a 4-star relief prospect by OSA's potentials ratings. He throws sinker, slider, submarine pitcher, of course, 84 to 86 miles per hour. I don't know if that would increase in speed. Mm-hmm. Let's double check something else, though, Rich. Can you sort the list by position and then go to pitchers? Just pitchers for right now.
All right.
The position actually up at the top, right next to show all players. We want to sort it to show just the pitchers.
Got it.
Yeah, that.
Do you want closer or starter by sorting first?
We're gonna sort it by potential for right now, because I'm more interested in seeing if there's someone available that maybe we're overlooking. Since we are only in the 4th round, there might be a diamond in the rough still left. Right. The lottery might be an option. Can you change the scouting from our head scout to OSA? That's going to be, unfortunately, the bigger sign.
Okay.
Yeah. So there you go. That's kind of the results that we're looking at right now. So Harden's not bad. He is on that list. But again, he has some pretty bad character problems that make him a little bit unreliable. Daughtry is not bad though. Daughtry is a decent college prospect who's actually pretty developed at this point. He wouldn't exactly be bells and whistles in regards to his ability to play ball, but by OSA's standards, he has at least 3 pitches that he can use. He's got a 90 to 92 mile an hour velocity at the moment, another ground ball pitcher, good stamina, holds runners. He's not loyal, but he doesn't have any other bad traits to work with. So he's not like Harden, where he would be cancer in our minors system at this point. He can play first base. He actually does have the ability to hit. He actually hits for power too. If you go to his ratings tab, he can. Yeah, you're already on it. He can actually hit pretty decently as a 6'6" player. I don't think he can run at 240 pounds, but I mean, then again, he probably runs faster than I do in real life. I don't know.
You got some wheels, Alex. Don't sell yourself short.
That's true. I was a center fielder growing up. So,
absolutely.
I think Daughtry might actually be our pick at this point. That's not a bad pickup for number 4 for a 4th round. That's actually not that bad at all.
All right.
So,
shall we draft him?
Yeah. Let's draft Daughtry.
All right. There we go.
Perfect. All right. Let's go up to the 5th round then.
Here we go.
Just little trivia for everybody in the channel. Who was it? No, it wasn't the Cubbies. It was the Boston Red Sox lost their 2nd through 7th round picks because they signed so many people with qualifying offers in the offseason. So they don't get anyone besides their 1st round pick until pretty much everybody that's good is gone. So just a little trivia for everyone out there. Okay. So let's see who our scouting director recommends for this 5th round pick. And at this point, we're just looking for people that have been overlooked, people that maybe we can get away with a steal. Jim Patterson. I don't think I had Jim Patterson on my list of people. Let's see.
No offense, Jim Patterson, but that's not exciting me. Plus, it says it's going to be extremely hard to sign him, and I don't feel like arguing with somebody if they don't want to play for my organization.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good option for us at all. He's not even shortlisted for us. So I'm not going to even think about that at this point. Let's take a look. I think we're probably going to keep going with the starting pitcher route, Rich. I feel like as if that's kind of what we were really needing going into this draft. And the hitters, while they can be exciting, are probably mostly already all gone at this point.
What about Tyler Dyson?
Tyler Dyson. Oh, okay. Hold on. That
It
was an
does-
interesting person I was looking into.
Does say it'll be tough to sign him though.
Tough to sign. Does he have is he an extreme fly ball pitcher?
Let's take a look.
He might have something that made me get rid of him because I'm not seeing him on my short list anymore. Low
He's
adaptability. Oh, the stamina is a little bit low. But those are good. That's a good 3-pitch pitcher right there. Yeah, let's pick him up. We can take Dyson.
All right, we got him.
Yeah, another mostly developed college starting pitching prospect. That's actually really good for us. Awesome. All right, on to the 6th round.
On to the 6th.
Again, let's try and see what our recommendation from our scouting director is. We want to see what he recommends. If it's something that fits the bill, we'll take it. But
Danny Casillas.
Danny Casillas. Oh, Danny Casales.
Casales?
Casals.
Casals. Sorry, Danny Casals.
That's a shortstop prospect at this point. I don't think he was on our list of people to pick up. No, he's not on our list, unfortunately. So we're not very, very big on this kid. I like the adaptability, but I think we'll probably end up looking for somebody else on this 6th pick. We might even make this our last pick, Rich, because I think we're getting down to the now we're just scraping the bottom of the barrel kind of result.
That'll be a good time to do the giveaway then as well. And the giveaway.
Yes, it would be.
And to award the winners. So we'll make our last pick. Is that what we're doing here?
Yeah, I think this will be our last pick that we actually really have any interest and investment into.
Okay.
Some drafts, you'll go into the 11th pick and you're finding all the people you need. Sometimes it's just a little more dry than you expected it to be. Let's go ahead and go back to position and change it back to all players and sort it by potential so we can see who are the best players left in the draft at this point.
Okay.
Because at this point, we're just seeing if there's maybe, someone like a Bryant Bowen. Let me see if he's still on my list. He is still on my list. Okay, Bryant Bowen it is. That's a decent catching prospect right there. Still available in the 6th round. We could also do CJ Ballard, but I kind of think we might be able to wait for him for the 7th round.
All right, let's see if we can get him in the 7th round. After we said
let's see if we can do that.
We'll go to the 7th, right?
Yeah, we can go to 7th if we can get someone like Ballard still.
All right, so we're taking Bryant Bowen.
Yeah, Bryant Bowen's a good pickup right there. That's
Beautiful.
actually probably a good round or two after where he should have been drafted.
All right, it's the 7th round. CJ Ballard is still there.
Okay, if he's still there, I think we're going to grab him. He's got good hitting ability, good avoid K. He's an average overall player, but he could end up making AAA without too much of a problem. So let's grab him. And again, he's mostly developed because he's a college person. So he's not that bad at this point for us.
All right. You want to do the 8th round since we're here?
It depends on who's available still. Okay. Bonus, I don't know about Winton. Actually, you know what? Let's show off Winton. Winton Bonus really fast. This is the kind of people that the game is not really going to project very well. If you go to his OSA ratings, it'll look a little bit better. But he's basically a speedy person who doesn't strike out, puts the ball in play, and he is fully into avoid K, gap power, and contact. That's all he has. He's not going to walk, which means that he's going to put the ball in play. Most of the time, it's probably going to be weaker hits. But if you want someone who at least puts the ball in play and has decent speed and has decent ability to play left field and center field, he's not too bad for that. Plus, he's also from Colorado and went he's committed to a college right now. I don't know if he'll sign with us then. He's extremely hard to sign. Okay. So, unfortunately, he's extremely hard to sign, so I don't think we're going to get him.
All right.
Bummer.
One more minute, and
Let's
then
see,
we'll
who
close
else?
out the giveaway and award the 10,000 perfect points to 3 winners. Alex?
Yeah. Let me see. What about Capila? Yeah, let's do Capila instead.
All right.
Esteban Capila at the bottom of that page.
Yep.
There you go. Yeah. He's not bad. He's kind of in the same build,
I was just
high
gonna say,
speed,
look at
or
that.
some decent speed. Really good hitting ability. Really good avoid K, good gap power, good contact, not adaptable, but the work ethic is good, so he'll develop as quickly as possible. He probably would be a right fielder more than a center fielder. We can train him right field, not
Switch
a problem.
hitter.
And
Switch hitter.
he's hard to sign, but he's a high schooler. But I think his switch hitting ability is also a nice feature for us as well.
All right, let's do it.
Let's draft him. And that will be probably our last draft for this 2020 first-year player draft.
Yep, that's it. Well done,
So
sir.
we can go ahead and do... Yeah, we'll go ahead and be able to do actions and then just complete the draft.
Am I doing the wrong thing here?
Yeah, so if you do actions on that draft page and then just at the bottom, auto draft, complete draft. That will finish up the rest of the draft. It'll draft all the people for us.
Got it. Very good.
Yeah, there
all
you
right.
go.
Well done, Alex. Congratulations.
Nice.
You should be happy with your accomplishments. You've got a bunch of good ball players that are going to develop nicely in our system, aren't they?
That was a lot of almost, partially developed college people, which actually is good because right now we have a team that's built to win in the next 2 years at least.
Right.
So we actually didn't really want to pick up a bunch of high school students, who would be able to win in like 5 years. So that's actually really good for us. The people we got are perfectly designed to match up with the team, where it's at right now, and where we're going with this. So we will need to do some negotiations with these players, but I think we're ready for the giveaway,
I think we are. All right, everybody. So we're going to close out the giveaway. Give you 10 seconds in case you haven't, an exclamation point ticket. We're going to close it out and give away 3 winners, 3 prizes, 10,000 perfect points. Winners when you win. To claim your 10,000 perfect points, just hit me up on Discord. I'm Rich G. Good luck to everybody. Shout out to Alex for helping with tech stuff. As always, Alex is a genius, and he is incredibly nice, and he's always willing to help. Alex, you're the man. Thank you for being great.
Absolutely.
At your role here. And all right, here we go. We are closing the giveaway. 'Tis closed. Here we go. Who's ready to win some perfect points? Here we go. The first winner is VT Vitradell. I don't know how to say that. Very good. Congratulations. Well done. I think a first-time winner, I'm pretty sure. The second winner is Shifted. Not a first-time winner. Congratulations. Well done. And the third winner of 10,000 perfect points is WB Foley. So there you go. Congratulations, winners. Just hit me up on Discord.
Nice.
Rich G. And all I need is your perfect team username, and then we will get you those 10,000 perfect points. Congratulations. Well done, everybody. Alex, anything we want to wrap up before we get on out of here, sir? Or will we just pick it up and get rolling right
let's
from
take a
this
look
spot?
at the negotiations really fast.
Okay.
We can at least just take a look and see what people are going to be demanding, and we can double check our draft budget to that real fast.
All right. Negotiate with draftees.
Yeah.
All right. So there they are.
And we're just going to be looking out for anybody who has changed their demand. So Ben is going to probably want us to do at least... he probably wants the slot at this point. And to be honest, him and Cancel, I would give it to them. That would be just fine for me, at least at this point.
All right.
I love that we got a bunch of very easy to sign people that are actually almost ready to go. That's going to be really nice for us.
Okay.
Yeah, I like what we got. Brooks and Cancel is a good calculated risk draft compared to just throwing our money all in on a bunch of high school prospects that may or may not do anything for us.
Right.
A lot of these are actually really good pickups. So we've done a really good job this draft.
Awesome. Awesome. So do we go ahead and sign them real quick, or should we save that for the next round? For the next
Let's do that for the next one, because
right,
there's going to be
very
a
good.
lot of roster management done.
Oh
that's
boy!
gonna have to be done
All
now.
right, look out!
Oh
Wow.
yeah.
So when we come back, we might move the schedule forward. We might not. It doesn't really matter. No, it doesn't, because then we'll move the schedule forward really quickly at other times. We're just going to go crazy with this. It's the Big Rich Machine. That's what we do. Thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. This was a blast. You are so wonderful. Thank you for supporting us at Out of the Park Developments. Thank you for letting us do what we do. Thank you for being there for us, and thank you for being the best community in video games. I say it every day because it's so true. You guys are awesome, and we're able to do this because of you. Thank you, Alex, for being here tonight, sir. Much appreciated.
Absolutely. Do you want to do one last thing, Rich, really fast?
What's that?
Do you want to show off to stream the trade plans we have for next week?
No, we're going to tease that we got big trade plans for next week. We're going to tease it.
I've got an entire page of options, guys.
We're going to tease the whole thing. Next week, Alex is going crazy. We're letting him loose. We're letting him loose.
Don't ever do that.
We're letting him loose. So that's all you need to know. It's going to be chaos and madness, but you know what? That's what we do here. It's the Big Rich Machine. Alex, thank you, sir. You're the best. Thank you, everybody out there. You're the best. We'll see you right back here again next Tuesday night, 10 p.m. Eastern, the Big Rich Machine. It's going to be nuts. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night, and we'll see you real soon. Cheers.